What's up guys, my name's Hugh Miller and today we're playing Nancy Drew, The Secret of Shadow Ranch, the beta. This has been, ever since I put out my unboxing video, this has been like the most requested thing I've seen ever on my channel. People just want to know what it's like, and here we are. We're gonna play The Secret of Shadow Ranch beta. This version was from March of 2004, and I think the game released, I actually can't remember when the game released, but it was in 2004, I think summer of 2004. And yeah, so again, this is an unfinished version of the game, but most of what we'll see here is in the final game. There's a few things that'll pop up, missing audio, extra steps you gotta do to complete a puzzle. Those are in this game as well. There are a few bugs, so yeah, it's not exactly the ship game, but it's pretty close. Anyways, this is not going to be a walkthrough. This is going to be me playing the game. You guys can watch and hang out. I'm just going to be talking about it, enjoying it, and none of this is for me to tell you how to beat the game. This is simply showing off an unfinished version. So let's dive in.
Welcome to my latest case, The Secret of Shadow Ranch. To start, choose Junior or Senior Detective. If you're new to adventure games or need some help, choose Gameplay Overview.
Excellent. So let's dive in on Junior Detective.
Dear Hannah, well, I made it to Shadow Ranch, but I'm afraid all is not well. The Raleighs, the people who own the ranch, have been called away on some kind of emergency. They had Dave Gregory, he's their foreman, pick me up at the airport. He gave me a phone number, told me to call the Raleighs at that number as soon as I got settled in, and refused to tell me anything else. In fact, he barely said 2 words to me the whole ride to the ranch. What's worse, Bess and George aren't here yet. Which is very strange, because even though we had to take different flights, we figured we'd get into Phoenix at about the same time. Being here without them feels odd. After all, the Raleighs are their aunt and uncle, not mine. I wouldn't even be here if Bess and George hadn't begged them to invite me out to the ranch for 2 weeks too. Until about 3 months ago, the Raleighs owned a clothing store. Bess said it was always their dream to sell the store and buy a cattle ranch. I hope they're okay, but frankly, as beautiful as Shadow Ranch is, I'm starting to get a bad feeling about this place. Love, Nancy.
Right on. So again, the game starts out just as normal. It looks the exact same in the beta version as it does in the final game, so that's all right. Yeah, let's just start off and call the Raleighs here. Raleighs, there we go.
Hello?
Hello, Mrs. Raleigh. It's Nancy Drew.
Nancy! Are you at the ranch?
Yes, and I'm a little concerned that you're not. Is everything all right?
Oh, everything's fine. I mean, it is now. It wasn't last night, of course.
Everything would have been fine last night if you hadn't made such a fuss.
How could I not make a fuss? There was a rattlesnake in our bedroom, for Pete's sake.
So I'm not going to be reacting to dialogue like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that's what's going on, it's crazy. I'm just going to be playing through it and having a good time. First thing I want to point out here, there is a difference here, and that is the scroll bar. You'll notice that this black part is significantly wider in this beta version than in the released version. Yeah, just a little thing to point out.
Did you say rattlesnake?
I told Ed to leave it alone and let one of the hands get it out of there, but no, Ed started poking at it with my yardstick, and all of a sudden it leapt up and bit him.
How bad?
Well, his arm swelled up something awful, and he was feeling pretty poorly by the time we finally got him here.
I was fine. She's exaggerating.
Oh, Ed, you wish. Anyway, dear, he's doing much better today, and the doctors think he'll be well enough to go home in a day or so.
I'm well enough to go home right now.
No, you're not. If I don't stay here with him, he'll get up and walk right out that door.
No, I won't.
What can I do to help you?
Oh, nothing, dear. Absolutely nothing. You just go get a horse from Tex. He's the head wrangler, and go riding to your heart's content. I told Shorty to go ahead with the cookout I planned for tonight, and...
The envelope. Have her take that envelope to Mary.
Oh, good idea. There's an envelope in the roll-top desk in the den marked Mary. If you could ride over to Mary Yazzy's and give it to her, we'd really appreciate it.
I'll do it right away. Did you say I'd have to ride there?
Because of the way the roads are set up around here, it takes longer to drive to her place from the ranch than it does to get there on horseback. Dave will tell you how to get there.
She's gonna have to get the key to the desk from him, too.
Oh, that's right. I always lock the roll top. Dave has the key. Oh, dear. It seems like there was something else I wanted to tell you.
The horse, Bet. Tell her about the phantom horse.
Did he say phantom horse?
Yes. You see, last night we...
Hello, Mr. Raleigh. Time for those tests.
Uh-oh. We have to go. Don't worry about us, dear. You just go have fun. Just be sure to wear a hat and drink plenty of water. It's gonna be another hot one. Bye!
No, wait. Just tell me about the... phantom horse?
There we go. Okay, let's do it. Let's play the game. Let's go talk to Shorty Thurmond.
Hey, you must be Nancy. I'm the cook, Shorty Thurmond. Welcome to Shadow Ranch. Come on over here and tell me about yourself. You have talked to the Raleighs, right?
I have, and I still can't believe what happened to Ed.
That is creepy, isn't it? But the horse, that was even creepier. See, I was just about to crawl into bed last night when all of a sudden this glowing horse comes galloping up outside. It stops and rears and paws, whinnying and snorting. Then it just wheels around and gallops off into the night. It was Dirk Valentine's horse, you know. Now it's a phantom.
Now it's a phantom. Wow. Well, there you go. Okay.
Dirk Valentine?
Dirk Valentine was an outlaw around here back in the 1880s. Legend has it he was in love with Frances Humber. She lived right here on Shadow Ranch. Unfortunately, her daddy was the sheriff.
Ouch.
Because of him, Valentine was captured and eventually hanged. Ever since, the ghost of his horse has been roaming the desert, cursing whoever sees him with bad luck.
You don't really believe that, do you?
All I know is, Ed Raleigh sees the horse, and what happens less than 2 minutes later? He gets bit by a rattlesnake. You do the math.
Well, I'd better get going.
Pleasure talking to you.
Sweet. All right, let's have a little walk outside here. Again, pretty much everything is normal here. There's very, very few things that are actually unnormal. I think there may be a couple screens, like here. I don't know, maybe not. Never mind. Yeah, there's a couple things that are definitely different. You just got to keep your eye out for them.
You talked to the Raleighs?
I sure did. Do you think Ed's gonna be all right?
He'll be okay. Getting bit by a rattler's no picnic, but it sounds like he's out of the woods.
Shorty told me about the phantom horse that appeared just before it happened. Did you see it too?
It was the strangest thing I've ever seen. Guess you're gonna be asking me a lot of questions, huh?
I don't know. Why do you ask?
The Raleighs said you were a detective.
Amateur detective. It's just kind of a hobby.
I'm gonna be honest with you, ma'am. We were short a couple hands to begin with, and now with the Raleighs gone and everybody on edge over what happened last night, well, this is not a good time to be visiting Shadow Ranch, that's all.
The Raleighs asked me to take something out to Mary Yazie's, but it's in the den in the roll-top desk, which is locked. They said you had the key?
Sure do. They gave me their key ring at the hospital.
Great, thanks.
To get to Mary's shop, just follow the trail that goes northeast out of the corral. Can't miss it. And I should probably warn you, she doesn't like the Raleighs.
Why not?
No idea. Not really any of my business.
I'll let you get back to work.
See you later.
All right, next thing we're going to do is we're going to go talk to Tex.
Well, hello there.
So
you got some friends back there?
I was playing this game earlier, and the dialogue that shows up, there was a bug that said it can't actually get the auto text. And the auto text is, it's like a file that has all the lines of dialogue written out, and the game will read from that file which audio or which line of text is supposed to come up in the dialogue box. And so there's an error, you got to call customer support or something. I was like, oh, it's kind of funny.
Hi there. You two aren't too shabby looking either.
I should have taken a screenshot or recording of it, but I wasn't even thinking. I just assumed that it was a bug that would stay there. Oh, the door's already open. I just noticed the door's... Has the door always been open? This looks different. I think this is I think this is a slightly different render than in the final game. I could be wrong, don't quote me on that, but it looks a bit different.
So which one are you?
Excuse me?
The Raleighs said they were going to be inviting some young ladies out here. I take it you're one of them.
Yes, I'm Nancy Drew. And you are?
I'm the head wrangler. You want to ride, you come to me. You prove to me you know what you're doing, I may just let you.
So this is, I can't remember who voices this guy. I think it's John S. Hogan or something. I can't remember his name. But he also voices Red Knott in The Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake.
Did you see the phantom horse last night?
I saw something. Just what? I still ain't sure. Now if you want to ride, listen up. First thing you're gonna do is never ride unless you're wearing a hat and gloves. And unless you got a full canteen of water. You can wear that hat over there. It's Mrs. Raleigh's. Got a helmet built right in. Her gloves are on the saddle you'll be using. and you can get a canteen from Shorty. Then you're gonna saddle and bridle your horse. No need to brush him. I do that when I bring him in. Then you're gonna lead him to the mountain block in the corral and mount up. Then I'm gonna ask you some questions.